chip candy bar. We are here to stay. But won't you stick around so we can brighten up your day? Chip Candy Bar Show, what up, ho? Chip Candy Bar Show, oh no. Chip Candy Bar Show, what up, ho? Chip Candy Bar Show, oh no. Chip Candy Bar Show, what up, ho? Chip Candy Bar Show, oh no. What's good, bro? With all y'all big ass foreheads? It's your boy Boogashigi.
And I'm Ashley M.
And welcome to the Chip Candy Bar Show. This is episode 9. One more away from double digits. How you feel about that, Miss Ashley?
I love it. I'm loving it. We've had so much fun.
Yeah,
and people have been so supportive, and we're having a good time.
Yeah, it's good. I like it. Last video got a nice, probably a record amount of views in a record amount of time, rather. And so
not the most views, but it had a lot in like less than an hour.
I think it's our second most viewed video on there. But we just wanted to say thank y'all for the support. We appreciate it. And we're going to keep it rolling and rocking and rolling and rocking and all that shit. So, thank you all.
And as usual, we thank you for being with us so far. Like, comment, subscribe, share, hit the bell. So every time we upload a new video, you are the first to know. And as usual, anytime you want us to talk about anything, any feedback you have, or if you just want to tell TJ what a piece of shit he is, the comments are yours.
I'm very welcome to being called a piece of shit, as long as you're very welcome to being ridiculed and made fun of.
Absolutely.
Damn right. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and get into the first topic. We're going to do the Mount Rushmore of breakfast food.
Yay! Mount Rushmore.
A lot of people don't eat breakfast. I've come to find out.
I can eat breakfast any time of the day.
I can, and as a matter of fact, some breakfast tastes better to me at night.
You know what? I actually am with you on that one. Sometimes there is nothing better than breakfast for supper. Nothing better.
Absolutely. And I guess I'll start the list off. But before I start, I want to give an honorable mention. And my honorable mention is actually cereal. I love cereal. It's nice.
I mean, I do too, but...
It's an honorable mention. It's not in my top 4.
It's honorable mention. I guess, cereal is one of those. Cereal, you know what? It's got to be my honorable mention too, because cereal, just like every other breakfast food, you can eat anytime, and it's satisfying.
Yes, any time of the day.
Like one of my favorite midnight snacks sometimes is just a bowl of cereal.
The milk hits so different at midnight.
It really does.
Like in the morning,
that actually also sounded very pornographic too.
Listen, it is what it is.
The milk hits so differently in midnight.
God, the creamy white substance in a bowl of cereal, of marshmallows and oats.
It's midnight. I need that milk to hit me.
God. Okay. So, my honorable mention is cereal. So, my number 4 on the list is, as one of our good friends says, sausage. Sausage is my number 4. I love sausage.
Oh, I love how you just said that.
Pause. Sausage is amazing. Gotta be careful. Sausage is amazing. Sausage tastes good. Sausage is really good on a biscuit, which could have been on here too, but it's just kind of basics. Sausage is good. I love it. I like sausage. I mean, sausage dip is amazing. Mm-hmm. Ashley makes a mean sausage.
I make a mean sausage dip.
The breakfast sausage is good. The little mild circular sausages are good that you eat. The sausage links are good. The pancake on a stick with the sausage in the middle is a fucking amazing. So yeah, I mean, sausage is just good in all of its variations.
I can get on board with that. I like sausage. Yeah. And I really mean that. I like sausage, and I like the breakfast food sausage. So let me hit you with my number 4.
All
you're
right.
probably gonna go, ugh. My number 4 is an omelet.
Oh no, I love omelets.
Do you like omelets? I'm a fucking
I
omelet whore. I
love
love
omelets.
an
My favorite
omelet.
one is a Denver omelet. I love the Denver one.
Is that where it's just all meat?
I don't I don't think so. Maybe
My
it's not a
favorite's
Denver
like a
omelet.
my
My
favorite is a Western omelet where you got the
that
ham,
might
the
be.
bacon, the peppers,
Well,
the onions, the sausage,
it
and they
might be
give you
that one.
salsa on top and sour
No, no, no,
cream,
no, nope, nope, nope,
cheese. You
no,
shut your fucking mouth.
no.
It's amazing.
The one now I
It,
do like mine does have the one that I like has meat in it, but it also has like bell peppers and like green peppers and then like
that's like a Western omelet,
it's probably a
except
Western omelet.
without
I just don't
salt.
want no salsa and shit on it. I put strawberry jelly on my omelets.
What?
Yes, I love it. I told you strawberry jelly is amazing.
I know, and I love strawberry jelly, but that's just fucking weird.
You haven't tried it, I can tell.
I really haven't. I'm not gonna go all TJ and say, ugh. I'm not gonna knock
Just
it.
just try it because we both. I'm agreeing with you that omelets are great. I love omelets. They
And I
almost
like
made my
omelets
list.
because omelets you can legit make them for any
It's
meal and it's not
so
necessarily considered breakfast
it's
because
so
you could
hard.
dress it up, you can fill it with things that don't really make it breakfast, if that makes any sense.
Brunch.
Like you can make it into like a hearty ass
It's
fucking meal.
brunch. It's
And I'm
brunch.
telling you,
It's so hard though.
The best Western omelet resides in IHOP.
I love yes. Them and Huddle House has a mean omelet too.
See, I like IHOPs because they're like as big as your fucking arm.
Oh, IHOP's no look. There's no debate for me. IHOP has the best omelet, but I'm just saying that Huddle Houses they make a good omelet too. Not a lot of places sell omelets, oddly.
I eat certain things from Huddle House, but I'm not really a Huddle House omelet fan.
Sure.
Um, but the IHOP omelet, the Western
Have you?
omelet, the eggs, the Florentine omelet is incredible. Um, and IHOP, I had an omelet from one of the IHOPs in Atlanta one time, and this motherfucker had like steak in it,
Mm.
and it had steak and like pulled pork type meat, but it was more like a.
Oh,
I'm telling you,
I love omelets. I
you
you
could
get
have
no argument.
heard, you could have heard my underwear dissolve as I was eating on it. It was so fucking
You will
good.
not get any argument from me for
Like
omelets.
my
Omelets are
underwear
great.
just turned to fucking dust when I took the first bite.
All
But
right.
yeah, my number 4 is a good old omelet.
All right. Number 3 for me is an addiction of mine. Now, I don't eat them very often, but when I do, and they're made right. Now they can't be made wrong, but when they're made right, they are amazing. And that is the thing that IHOP is known for, pancakes. Yes, I like my pancakes to be big, fluffy, kind of soft with that crunch in them.
Okay.
God,
I'm not mad at that one. I'm not the biggest pancake person. However, IHOP, their short stack, they give you pancakes with
yeah.
everything. Their butter pecan syrup is what
Yes.
I can legit eat my weight in their pancakes as long as I have the butter pecan syrup, and I weigh a lot, so that's a lot of pancakes, but their syrup is that fucking good. I will
IHOP is killing the syrup
lather
game.
my titties in that syrup and lick them off myself. But
Mm.
that syrup is
O-
bomb as fuck.
Odd question. Can you suck your own titties? Have you tried
You
to
know
do that?
what? I might try that on a future podcast.
I just headbutted the mic. So, uh, okay, all right. We're gonna have to get a light goal for that. But I'm gonna say this though. The best pancakes I have ever had, bar none. 'Cause I don't like all those little fancy ones like blueberry and chocolate chip and all that.
I like chocolate chip.
I just want
I
a
do.
regular pancake. The best pancake I ever had. If you're listening, Mr. Clifton, you make the best pancake I have ever had in
Clifton
my
does.
life.
Clifton
God,
makes some bomb pancakes.
Mr.
He does.
Clifton, he makes the best pancakes I've ever tasted. Now everybody says I ain't had theirs yet, but you know what? Everybody always says that you ain't had mine. And until I have yours, I can't judge it. So right now, Mr. Clifton, you have the best pancakes I've ever tasted in my life. They bomb as hell. God, I remember
You're
we
gonna
were.
have to you're gonna have to go to work and tell him to listen to this. I'm
I'm
telling you,
telling
I have told him so many times, and I have had his pancakes. I'm like, your wife is a
fucking
lucky
bomb.
bitch. Oh my
If I
god.
was his wife, we would have pancakes every morning, and then I'd let him pound the cakes. What? What? Pause.
his
Actually, no pause. If somebody was cooking for me like that, and I was a
his
woman, I'm throwing it
his
back every night.
pancakes his pancakes are like clouds.
They
They're
look
like,
so good. They have the
yeah,
perfect crunch on them. They're fluffy, and they like a lot of pancakes. They're good, and then when you pour, because I drench mine in syrup, like it's got to be covered. But a lot of times when you cover them in syrup, they get like really like
soggy.
soggy, and the taste reflects the sogginess. But his perfect, and he has like a whole method.
He makes the best
Easily the
scrambled
best
eggs too.
pancakes. Easily the best pancakes I've ever had. I'm just gonna let you go ahead with your number three.
Well, real quick, he makes the best scrambled eggs. Have you ever had a scrambled eggs?
You're spoiling my number two.
Okay. Okay. Next on my list for breakfast, I don't eat them often. Some people consider them to be more of a dessert, but I was raised where it's a breakfast thing, and that's the cinnamon roll. In the mornings, like there's sometimes I wake up and I just want to make a big breakfast, especially for, for my child. And there's just nothing better than a glass of milk and a really hot cinnamon roll with
I'll
some
be
eggs,
really honest with you.
bacon.
Cinnamon rolls, for the longest time, I thought are not breakfast. I thought they
They
were
are.
more of a dessert, but they are 100% breakfast. They
They
are.
are.
And I don't care what they are. I mean, they were in my Mount Rushmore of desserts. So there's
Mhm.
no way I'm going to argue with you on cinnamon rolls.
Now,
Never.
I did see something the other day, and you might turn your nose up at it, but I'm really curious about them. Pillsbury has a strawberry
Nope.
roll
Nope.
that has the frosting, but instead of cinnamon, it's a strawberry filling. But
Nope.
it's just like they look just like a cinnamon roll would, but
Nope.
it's strawberry filling with the icing.
Gross. I feel like, and it's bad. I love strawberry jelly, but no, it just no. I don't like anything filled. Strawberry. I don't even like chocolate filled stuff because it's gonna
Ooh.
sound weird. It sounds weird, but I don't like that burst into my mouth.
Oh,
I don't like it.
I
I
just
used to I used to love. I know you do. I used to love like Twinkies when I was a kid. And then I just was like, I just don't like the cream bursting in my mouth. Gushers, I don't like the burst in my mouth. I don't, and it's I don't
cream
even,
filling go all in your mouth, glitter.
and
Glitter.
I don't even think. Yeah, God, that's funny. That's fucking hilarious. I I don't even think that
I just
gushers
made
are
a next
nasty.
Friday reference to
You
anybody
did,
who's confused about what I just said. But anyway.
and I don't even think gushers are nasty. It's just what's left. Oh, they look like boogers after you bite into them. They do. I just don't. So I'm sorry I went off on a tangent. Cinnamon rolls are great, but strawberry ones, I'm good. I'm straight on
I'm
them.
just curious to try them. They look really fucking good. But
I,
going back to my
bro,
number three, it is a really good hot cinnamon roll with some bacon on the side and a glass of milk. And it makes your house smell good. Like
it
it
really
just
does.
smells like breakfast when you wake up and there's cinnamon rolls baking in the oven.
It does. It really does. I could eat the icing alone, but I
Hmm.
will tell you, without the icing, that cinnamon roll ain't hitting like that.
It's not. You gotta have the icing.
Gotta have the icing, but that's part of it. So yeah, okay. My number two, since you spoiled it, are eggs. And
Sorry.
eggs, I mean scrambled eggs, and I mean boiled eggs. Nah, an omelet in egg form. Now I've never had them sunny side up before,
I
but
like mine over medium. Like I don't
what that
want the
means.
white to be raw, but I like sometimes a little bit of yolk to come out. But it
Mhm.
depends on what I'm eating. Like
I
if I'm
like
having bacon and
all kind of it.
toast, I would like a little bit of yolk, but I don't
Mhm.
like the white to be over easy is like where the white's even like the
Yeah,
top
like
layer of the white is still real runny.
yeah, I don't like that. Now, I'll say this. Eggs are great. I eat eggs, which scrambled eggs, you just can't really, I mean, unless you scorch them. But really, I've never really had a nasty,
Just a bad
regular,
egg.
well cooked bag or eggs. I haven't. Like if it's cooked like it's supposed to, it's never not good. And I mean, you could throw some pepper on that bitch, it's gonna be good. I put strawberry jelly on my eggs. Fucking amazing. You throw eggs on like a toaster sandwich, it's gonna be fucking amazing. Fucking Sonic makes a really good one. Joe's makes a really good toaster sandwich with the egg on it. I
I'll
mean,
tell you what, every now and then when I make a grilled cheese, I like an egg on it. And I'll take an egg and I'll hard fry it. In other words, I'll put it in the pan, I'll bust the yolk and then let it cook. I don't scramble it, but I hard fry it. And I set it to the side. And when I'm making my grilled cheese, I put the egg in on the sandwich. And oh my fucking God.
I'm telling you, one of my favorite breakfast like biscuits, sausage, egg, and cheese, and sausage and egg are two of my four. I mean, I love that. My favorite one is actually a chicken biscuit, but I don't know if I could put chicken on breakfast. I don't. I just didn't. A chicken biscuit's good, but it's not my favorite anyway. But I love it. I fucking love it. Anyway, so eggs for sure. Eggs and every variation of egg, just about I can fucking do. I like deviled eggs. I mean, that's not a breakfast food, but deviled eggs, scrambled eggs, egg, anything that eggs is mixed in, ranch, whatever the fuck, cake, whatever. I don't care. Eggs are just amazing. All right. That's my number two.
Okay. Well, next on my list is a chicken, egg, and cheese biscuit, either from Jack's or Hardee's.
Not gonna argue. Chicken, egg, and cheese
Favorite,
sounds
it's my favorite biscuit to eat.
amazing.
Every now and then I'll crave a different kind of biscuit, but usually if I get a biscuit, it's chicken, egg, and cheese.
Chicken, egg, and cheeses. You really don't like. There's not a lot of bad breakfast foods, really. When you really think about it, that's not a lot.
You're gonna hate my number one.
I don't know. We'll have to see.
Oh, I know you will.
Well,
But yeah, my chicken, egg, and cheese biscuits now. Love them. Love them. And Hardee's, oh my God. Hardee's makes an amazing chicken, egg, and cheese biscuit, and it's their chicken.
yeah,
Jack's makes an amazing one because their biscuits are like heaven.
yes.
Like they have the softest, sometimes you'll go to like McDonald's and the biscuit is like rubber and it's dry, you know.
I look. I'm sorry. You will never hear me complain about a McDonald's chicken biscuit because I promise you, when I tell you this, I have never in all of my existence, and I've eaten McDonald's a lot, have never had a bad chicken biscuit from there.
The sometimes the biscuit itself, though, like the top part, it's
It
like
don't.
dry. Like they
It,
let it sit
it don't matter to me.
under
It's
the
good.
heat too fucking long. But Jax's biscuits now, their biscuits are just holy fuck, they're so good.
Jack's is heavily underrated, and I know that a lot of people like their breakfast because most of the time when you drive by there in the morning, the line is in the street. Like it's actually in the street. Like there was a turning lane that was blocked off one morning because there was like 4 or 5 people in that turning lane trying to get into Jack's, but they couldn't get in because people on the road were in line at Jack's, and they were actually blocking the entrance into like Goodwill and stuff.
And see, I don't care much for their lunch and dinner food, but their breakfast,
No,
I
they're
love their breakfast. They
whole
make a
nother.
really good breakfast.
Their breakfast is probably if they could actually make more money if they only sold breakfast all day.
Like they have, oh my God, their gravy biscuits. That's the best fucking gravy biscuits ever.
I do like the white gravy. That's my favorite.
And that's what they use, but they put
Yes.
like sausage chunks in it.
Yeah.
Um, but
Mm-hmm.
there, I have not had anything from their breakfast wise that I just did not love. It's
I got a lot
good.
of good shit there. Okay. Well, I'm gonna go on to my number one, and I just have a feeling that you don't even have this one on your list, and it bothers the fuck out of me. Number one is always and universally the best breakfast food that you can ever eat, and it's simple. It's bacon. It's bacon. Bacon is number one.
Bacon is meat candy, but bacon is
It's
yeah, you can put bacon
fucking.
on
It's
anything.
breakfast. It's breakfast, lunch, and dinner. But bacon is good, and I've even started to grow a liking to turkey bacon, and I don't even know why.
I like turkey bacon.
Turkey bacon is good. And regular bacon is amazing.
The best
Bacon,
brand of bacon is the right bacon.
yes.
WRIGHT,
Now
right bacon.
I like mine with a little bit of black on it. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to be all the way black, but I need it to be crunchy. I want to
I like
bite
crunchy
into it.
bacon.
I
I
love
like
crunchy
crunchy.
bacon. And guess what? I put strawberry jelly on the bacon too. I put strawberry jelly on everything. I put strawberry jelly on my dick and then like lean up and suck my dick. Huh? What?
Shut
Uh,
up.
so self suck with the strawberry jelly. Yeah, I'm sorry. Strawberry. I was gonna say strawberry. Strawberry jelly is good, but bacon is just it's amazing. Like I don't know too many people that aren't vegans that don't like strawberry. I mean, that don't like bacon
Bacon's good. It's
unless you
just
work
those
for PETA or some shit.
people eating tasty animals. That PETA, yeah.
Sure. Yeah. So that's my number one. I'm so interested to hear yours.
Well, I mean, kind of like the omelet, or kind of like the chicken, egg, and cheese biscuit. It's specific. It's not just one item. It's a specific thing that I like to eat for breakfast.
Is there bacon on it?
There is bacon on the side. My favorite comfort breakfast, because I've been eating it since I was a kid, is cheese grits with crunchy bacon on the side. And I like to dip my bacon in my grits. See, you hate grits. I know you do.
How is it that you had such a good list and sitting at the top of that list is that shitty ass like I don't understand.
It's a nostalgia thing. It's a comfort food for me. I don't eat it a whole lot, but
I
it's one of
wouldn't
my
either.
favorite things. And
Who
it
the fuck
sticks to
goes
your
to the
ribs. It
store
keeps you full. It's comforting. It's
for fuck?
cheesy. It's hot. You put some butter up in that shit, some salt and some pepper. Get you some extra
I
crispy bacon on the side. Oh my God.
I
It's
lied earlier. I said there's not a lot of bad breakfast food. Oatmeal and grits are easily two of the worst breakfast. Oatmeal is disgusting, but grits and then you disrespect the cheese by putting it on the grits. How dare you?
Shut
What is
up.
the cheese has done nothing to you to be in the grits? I don't understand.
Well, it goes in my fucking grits. I'll
And
tell
you
you
know
that.
what? It's funny because a lot of my people, a lot of black people love grits.
But
I
they put
don't.
they put butter and sugar in there. See, I think
Yeah.
there's a different people. When I tell people I like cheese and butter in mine and salt and pepper, they're like, "Why?
Why do
Like,
you
well, what do
like
you put in
grits
your
at
grit?
all? Is
Butter
what
and
I'm.
sugar?
Why do you
Ugh.
like grits at all?
They're
First,
so good. They're
they're
comforting.
not.
I
And
love
bacon on the side. You
them.
you make bacon the secondary dish to fucking grits. It's on the side of your plate.
The
And
bacon is what makes the grits better.
no, well, yes, but bacon makes a lot of things better. But grits, oh my god, how dare you? You disrespect the cheese,
I'm not gonna argue
bacon.
with you because I fucking love them,
You,
and there's nothing you can say
I don't want
that'll that'll
to
change
change
my.
your mind. I want you to know that you're a piece of shit. I don't care. That's insane. You okay? Just so we're clear, there was French toast and French toast sticks. There were waffles. There was there was cereal. There was
Pancakes on a
toast.
stick.
You didn't do
There's
pancakes on a stick, and you picked cheese grits,
I sure did.
pork chop biscuits, uh, pork tenderloin biscuits, and you chose fucking grits. Grits. Pop Tarts, even. You could have even said Pop Tart, but you chose fucking
I'm
grits.
not arguing
I,
because I know how fucked up it sounds
this is the
that I go
second
from
time.
omelets to cheese grits.
I was very much prepared to say this is probably the first time that me and you had a list, a Mount Rushmore, that we both agreed with. But of course, you had to go and fuck it up. You had to fuck it up with grits.
Well, see, no, and I know our listeners will agree that no matter what I said, my list is still not as trash as your list last week was
My list
with
last
your
week was
potato chip
amazing.
shit.
You had two of the same brand of chips on yours.
I did. And
ridiculous.
it was still better than your
No,
fucking list.
first off, my number one killed all of your lists by itself.
No,
Okay.
and it doesn't. And my grits are much better than your fucking kettle cooked.
Blasphemy! Blasphemy! You didn't just say that.
I will dip a kettle cooked chip in some cheese grits.
I would buy every single box of grits and throw them all in the trash. You know, I would still
Oh, I
rather
think I'm
have.
gonna have grits in the morning.
Well, I'm so sorry for your stomach. I would rather. I would rather have. No, I can't even say that. I was about to say I'd rather have diet root beer, but no, I can't. No, diet root beer is still low, very low. Look, okay. So I love your number 432, but you're number one though. Your number two, I haven't had in a while, but your number one. I've actually eaten an omelet recently. Well, actually not recently, but because
I
we've
haven't
been.
had an omelet in a while.
I haven't had an omelet in probably about 5 months. It used to be one of the things I would get after we come back from the club. We'd go to Huddle House, and I would go and get an omelet, and I loved it. But I haven't. I mean, it's been probably about 4 or 5 months since I've had an omelet. But I haven't had a chicken, cheese, and what else did you say?
Chicken, egg, and cheese.
Egg and cheese biscuit in a while. And what was your number three? I forgot.
Cinnamon rolls.
Oh yeah, it's been a while. Actually, no, it hadn't been that long since I've had a cinnamon roll. God, one of our coworkers made one not too long ago. It was fucking amazing. Yeah, and everything on my list. I had a sausage today. I had sausage today, egg today, pancakes. I haven't had in a good little bit, but bacon. I eat a bacon and cheese potato from Wendy's a lot, so I always have bacon. So yeah,
And
not a
I
bad.
love bacon on the side of my cheese grits.
God. Right, let's just move on. Look, I just don't want to spend a lot of my time on talking about cheese grits. I feel like the cheese maybe could make them better, but
Oh,
I would rather have hash browns, and I don't even like hash browns unless they're hash rounds or they're like the bar, but like the actual whatever the other word is, where they come in like that bag and they're like like Waffle House sells.
yeah. And my favorite kind of hash browns are either from Waffle House or Huddle House. And I get like American cheese and ham on
I
them. And
I get cheese, ham, and like diced tomatoes on mine.
I get tomatoes on mine as well. Cheese, ham, diced tomatoes, sometimes bacon.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Gotta have
and
on everything.
it's so fucking good.
Telling you.
You can like sometimes like I'll get just like a double order of hash browns that way, and that's like my whole meal.
Okay. All right. Well, let's move on to topic number dos. Um, everyone's second or third favorite topic. I don't know, or maybe first. Would you rather?
Would you rather?
The
Yay!
last would you rather got a little crazy.
Yeah, it did. And you better calm your tits this time.
Well, no,
I ain't doing that shit again.
no promises.
I'll pour some cheese grits all over your ass if you do that to
You
me
want
again.
me to die? I think suicide would be a better alternative. Well, I'll let you go first and ask your question first since I did the no.
We're gonna start off light with this one.
Okay.
EJ,
Yes, ma'am.
would you rather eat a live earthworm or eat an entire raw pork chop?
I'll probably just eat the well. Yeah, I'll probably just eat the pork chop.
Why?
Okay.
It's pork and it's raw.
Well, I don't know. I feel like the earthworm wouldn't die.
It could come out of your butt.
Well, no, I just don't want it slithering. I know maybe uh I always call it the juices, but whatever in my intestine or in my stomach or gallbladder, whatever the shit is, like that will burn it and kill it or whatever. Because that's what they always say. It'll die in your intestines or some shit.
Or it might be in there with a friend at a table and it might say, I've been living in this guy's stomach for 6 weeks and I still find 6 feet under highly pretentious.
Well, that
Family Guy.
or it could be an Irish bar fight down there. You're from another town over. Okay. But I don't know. I don't know. Like, I feel like I could probably get salmonella and all that shit from the raw pork chop. But
You could also get parasites, like a
well,
starts with a T, but it's a parasite.
I don't want to get parasites, so I just swallow the worm. I don't want to chew it. I just want to just swallow it straight up. How big is the worm? Are earthworms very big?
They can be, but let's just say it's your standard 5, 6 inch. You can just slurp it down
Oh,
like
that's like
swallow it.
that's like a little bit less than my dick. I don't know if I want to swallow something the size of
That's
my
like
dick.
a little bit more than.
Shut up. I didn't say that. Did I say more? I meant less. I'm sorry. I don't know, more or less. All right, whatever. That's all right.
So you're gonna take the earthworm.
I will take the earthworm, yes, because I don't want to
Okay.
get salmonella and parasites.
Okay. Cool.
All right, Ashley.
Mm-hmm.
Would you rather have a partner that fakes their orgasms but gives perfect head, or would you rather have a partner who truly orgasms but gives terrible head?
You can fake all that motherfucking shit you want to, as long as your tongue game is on point. I don't care, as long as I get mine.
So you would never be able to take, like, they'll never be able to nut in you or anything like that. They'll just be like, and then just lay down. They'll do like they do in softcore porn.
Oh God.
You really want to be able to not take anything to the face or have to swallow anything anymore or
I
be
mean,
able to
I'm
get
good with
nutted
that.
inside?
If I don't have to swallow anything, I'm good with that.
I mean, listen, I like head too. I'm not gonna lie. And for a woman, I don't care if you fake the orgasm. If you give me the slop top jalop with for full box
Full
tops,
box
I'm cool.
tops.
That's right. I'm cool with it. Uh,
Exactly. So
I feel
yeah, I
you.
would
I
rather
feel you.
somebody fake their shit and give me mine.
You just answered
Because
too
I
quick.
have
I was
had
trying to change
too many years of having to fake mine while they get theirs.
it.
So fuck all y'all. I'm faking it.
All righty. Well, you're number two, ma'am.
TJ,
Yes.
would you rather
God.
suck a fart out of somebody's ass or be given 10 fresh paper cuts in between
Oh God, no. I'm 10 fresh paper cuts in between what?
each finger?
No. No, I'm sucking a fart out of an ass. No. No. No.
I'm
Paper
telling
cuts
you. The
are
thought of you can get a paper cut and then it hurts and you'll go on about your business and then use hand sanitizer and it's lights your whole fucking
oh
existence on
God.
fire.
And imagine
But
having that's
the
50.
the
No,
thought
that's 100.
of someone giving you 10 fresh paper cuts, like let's take it down a notch. One fresh paper cut
Oh,
in
one is fine.
between each finger. No, hell no. The thought. I actually watched on Jackass, the movie, um, them giving Steve-O paper cuts, and I'm telling you, it's the cringiest. It makes your teeth hurt.
It
It's the
hurts.
cringiest shit to watch. I'm like you. I'd rather suck a fart into somebody's
I'm
ass.
telling paper cuts are the most like you get them and you're like, ah shit. And like you said, you go about your day and then when you hit that sanitizer or even worse, like I've eaten and I've had like salt get in them. Oh my gosh. That
I
is
had a paper cut
pain
one time.
unimaginable.
No,
And I
listen, I had a paper cut one time, and my dumb ass I got it at work, and then my dumb ass went home and decided to do my fingernails, and I got fucking acetone in that shit.
oh no,
And I
see.
wanted to cut my whole hand off. It
Like
hurt so bad. Lit
and the
my
thing
fucking ass up.
and the thing is when you scream when you have a paper cut and
Ah,
no
yeah.
and nobody knows you have a paper cut, you look so dumb.
Yeah,
You
because I'll
look
get a paper cut and
you
it'll
do
go, oh,
yes, it's like a movie scream. It's like oh like, you don't scream like you normally do. I just no. There's no way I would take a paper cut. A fart that's a look. If I was eating a girl's ass and she farted in my mouth, I would much rather her do that than me to get that's 100 paper cuts. Uh-uh. I think that's 100. Is it pizza
I
free?
mean, you might get a little like doo-doo flake on your teeth, but at least your hands wouldn't hurt.
I mean, the only thing I would have psychological pain. I'd probably just go and I'd be like, "Oh, what's wrong with you?" And then go right back in. Because I got to clean that plate, Ashley.
Shut the fuck
Something
up.
told me to clean my plate.
Shut up.
Yeah, I can't do no paper cuts though. That's wow. That was. I think when the person that made that had that in mind, they thought people were gonna say get the paper cuts because they didn't want to suck a fart out. But people don't understand. Paper cuts are rough.
Yeah, they are.
Bark, bark. All right, mine. My next one is really serious. Ashley,
Mm-hmm.
would you rather have 3 nipples or 1 nipple?
Such a dumbass.
3 nipples.
That made me snort.
Would you rather have a triple nipple or 1 mega nipple?
You know, like 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 a hub, like a car hubcap nipple,
Oh my gosh, yeah.
pancake nipple. What are we talking about here?
It's
Oh shit!
you ever see those old timey doors that have like that little door thing that you have to pull and slap against the wall? You know that little lever, that little hook thing, and you have to go
Yeah.
like just imagine that's what your nipple would look like if you had like a piercing that was a hoop. It would look like that. It would be that big. So yes, that's what 1 nipple or 3. And if you had 3, you could make
I
the
want. I
Triforce
want.
from the Legend of Zelda.
Shut up.
Now I wonder though if you'd still have 2 boobs.
Just shut up. Just shut up. Let me answer.
That's an interesting question. 1 boob or 3 separate boobs with 3 nipples.
Shut up. Let me answer.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh God. I would rather have 3 nipples
Okay.
because then I could walk around and say, hey, to just random people, do you want to see my third nipple?
So let me ask you a question. What if your third nipple was a different size than your other 2? Like your 2 are your
Idiot.
normal ones, and then the third one was like really small or really huge, or the areola was really small, or one of them was long. Like I'm just saying, and your face, and you had a smiley face, or you had 2 eyes and a nose.
Oh my God. You,
Also, we never talked about placement of this third nipple either.
you, I haven't had a chance to say
I
anything
know I'm so
because you've
fascinated
been
by this.
pondering this whole time.
I just think about like if they would suck that third nipple, if it was like on your leg or something. If it
Or
would
it
have,
was like on my knee.
yes, you motherfuckers be licking your knee. Like what? Oh, that's okay. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I would rather have 3 nipples
Okay.
because then I could have one removed and
No,
it'd be easier than, having to have a nipple made. I don't think they make prosthetic just nips. I know
nips.
there's prosthetic boobs. I don't
Yeah,
know. I just would rather the third nipple because I think more people would want to see it, and I'd like to show my boobs. So I think
yeah.
more people would see it, and I'd be like,
Yeah,
"Hey, look at my third nipple."
it would be
I'd
weird to
give it a
flash
name and
somebody.
everything. Like
It
I'd
would be
name it and
weird.
everything.
It'd be very weird to flash somebody with 1 nipple. Although you also have 3 methods of firing milk as well. I could just see you pulling your shirt up and then shooting milk out of all 3 nipples like guns. I'm sorry, I've thought too much about this. It's so
You
cool.
really.
It's like a Uzi or like a hydrant or like a cow. I don't know. Okay, your turn. Your question number 2. This is your third question, right?
I don't even know what to.
I'm sorry.
Anyway.
I'm fascinated with the female anatomy.
Okay, TJ,
Yes.
would you rather be able to read minds
Hmm.
or talk to the dead?
Talk to the dead. I don't give a fuck about the dead. I want to read minds.
Oh, but you wouldn't want to be able to communicate with Biggie and Tupac and find out who the
No,
fuck killed him, or
fuck that.
you wouldn't. You could solve so much shit for the world.
I can solve a lot of shit by reading people's minds too.
Well, you could too. That I mean, that's, the question's yours. Which one would
Yeah.
you rather?
I mean,
Mine.
I don't want to talk to the dead. Number one, because the dead, for the most part, scares the shit out of me. Like If I don't like horror movies,
I
but
don't mean like
well,
they're
listen.
gonna rise from the dead and
No,
you
no, no,
have to
no, no, no,
talk to
no.
them the way
I
they
don't.
look.
I don't like horror movies because I don't like horror movies, but I can watch movies like
Who's
how Halloween and hold on Halloween and like Friday the 13th where it's just gore. The things that I don't like are like Poltergeist and shit like that. And I if they're dead, they're dead. I don't need to know any unsolved mysteries. I can talk to who's to say they even know. You get shot in the head, you probably don't know. I mean, it would just probably be like, I don't want to talk to any of my dead relatives. I'll see them when I die, you know? But to me, reading people's minds would be great. I could do so much. I could have any.
I wish people could read my mind.
I mean, I think I could steal so many people's ideas. Like I could steal so many people's ideas. I could probably learn any profession, really. Like I think I could break people down. I could be a private investigator because I can know what people are thinking. You know,
And you would also be able to know what females to shoot your shot with and who not to.
facts. I thought about that too, and then I could know
Like
if they're
I wish
faking.
men would read my mind because that way I don't have to speak it.
Sure, sure, sure. I would love to be able to read minds. Talking to the dead is cool. I thought you were gonna say talk to animals, but you know, I would have picked talk to animals then. But I mean, talking to the dead isn't that doesn't really fascinate me. It doesn't. I like reading people's minds, seeing what they're
Okay.
thinking. Then I
Okay.
can know what to say. So yeah,
Right. Cool.
all right. So my number three is an interesting one. Ashley,
Hmm.
would you rather live in a van with unlimited gas or live in a house with 10 family members?
Oh, I'm taking the van.
Really? You wouldn't live in a house
Fuck
with 10
yes.
people? I
That's too
can't do.
crowded.
Huh?
That's too crowded.
It could be a big house. I would say it could be a big house, one that can accommodate 10 people, 10 separate rooms. I think that would be fine. 10
Okay.
separate rooms, 10 separate bathrooms. It would be like a dorm, kind of, but you
I
would
still
still
don't
choose
feel
the
like I would
van.
have my privacy. Like I would
Probably
like
would.
with 10 relatives, like I couldn't bring home any, wiener. I
Shit.
would feel very awkward with that.
If I had 10 cousins living with me, I'm bringing home every bitch I can. And if it's my house, I don't care if I look, mom, I love you. But if I'm paying rent in that thing, no, you know what? This is my podcast. If I'm paying rent in that motherfucker, I'm bringing whoever the fuck I want over there. I'll fuck her in the living room too. I don't give a shit. I'm sorry. It's my house.
I just gotta have
And
a
you
good.
talking about bringing wiener over there? You're gonna fuck in a van?
I could.
Car sex for the rest of your life? No.
No, I mean, there's hotels. If he has a house, there's that.
So
I would still have
also you
options.
have to think too. What if a guy says he wants to come over and chill with you at your house? Also, you don't have a bathroom. You don't have a bathroom. I didn't even think about it. You don't have a bathroom. You don't have a shower. You don't have a way to brush your teeth. You don't have a way to wash your snatch. You don't really have a lot of the necessities. You're,
We're in the South. I could always just go to the creek.
I mean, you're spending a lot more money when you're living in a van. But I mean, if you would still do the van, hey, do you?
I could do the van, but then I would go to this said house with 10 relatives and borrow their shower
My gosh,
and brush my teeth and wash my snatch, wash
every
my
day. I just can't.
rooty pooter.
Well, my God. Okay. All right. So that was my number. What was that 3? So you're number 4, madam.
Yes. TJ,
Yes.
would you rather go without sex for a year or go without masturbating for 6 months? Now, mind you, you can still have sex, but you can't touch your dick for 6 months.
Oh man. Well, honestly, if you want me to be honest, I've been without sex for a year, a lot of time for multiple years. So, and it hasn't been as
and,
bad as.
and masturbating for you is like breathing.
Well, let me tell you something. There was a time when I felt like I shouldn't masturbate because of certain things, and I hadn't had sex in a year, in years, and it didn't bother me as bad because I had masturbation to fall back on. But I tried to stop masturbating for like 2 days, and I know during the 2 day period, I just kept thinking, God, just go to the bathroom
You had
and
like
slap it up.
night
So having with
sweats, draws.
I was having withdrawals, like I was having withdrawals from not being able to go in there and beat my dick like it owed me money. I
Right.
really like I think I would definitely have to just stop having sex for a year. And it may be crazy because a lot of people probably don't even think masturbating is a thing, but really when you're not having sex, masturbation is your best friend. And it can bring you through. And it's brought me through a
Absolutely.
lot. And I've gone I didn't lose my virginity until I was 21. So I went 21 years without it. And I watched porn when I was 14, I think 13 or 14. So I had 8 years of porn before 8 years of porn before I actually even got sex. So hey, look, I can go a year without sex. Matter of fact, right now I'm working on 4 or 5 months, and it ain't even been that difficult. So listen, because I've had porn, I've had Gianna Michaels and Cherokee the Ass and Kelsey Monroe and all those beautiful women.
I'm
Yeah.
working on I'm working on 10 months.
See, it's probably been difficult for you.
Oh fuck yes it has.
But see, you have something that can simulate the experience though, because you can get a dildo or a vibrator. It's not the same on the actually,
No, it's really
but
not.
but it's at least somewhat of a simulation. I don't have that. I can get a fleshlight, but it don't really feel like.
The same.
I guess it is the same thing, huh?
It doesn't feel the same. It's,
Yeah.
it's not, but I know what you're saying.
I don't know
And
though, but I feel like a dildo would probably be a lot easy. Probably feel a lot more real than a
you'd be
flashlight.
surprised.
I don't know, cause these girls be using the strap on and they be acting like it's God's greatest gift to earth. But I don't know. Look,
There's something different about doing it yourself versus the real thing, and you don't have to,
I already
you
know.
know,
I'm
yeah.
just I'm just saying, like some if you're just using your fingers, I can completely understand. But if there women have a more accessible bevy of toys, if that makes sense. Whereas all I have is my imagination or my phone.
And your fist, your hand.
Yes, made into a fist where I pump like I'm giving
Okay.
milk to a child. Okay,
Shut up.
I'm sorry. All right.
So you're
Okay.
gonna go without sex for a year.
Yeah. Now, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I have to. All right. Would you rather, getting a little dark here, would you rather starve to death or only eat humans for the rest of your life?
I'd starve to death.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't want to eat uh never mind. You want to eat a fried 5-year-old today? A rotisserie style old man. You know what?
An old
Yeah.
lady
Oh
pickled
yeah.
ankle.
They actually say that eating humans make your bones stronger. At least that's what they used to say on that one movie with the island people. Do you remember that movie? What's that movie called? It was like some kind of island where there were cannibals on there. Can't
I
remember the
don't
name of it.
fucking know.
But apparently eating people makes your bones stronger. Were you still laughing at?
I'd rather just drink milk for
I mean,
healthy
you can do a
bones.
liquid diet for sure.
But yeah, I'd rather starve to death.
Okay.
I just can't. I can't.
Can't eat
You
a person.
know. Wait. I take a bite and then Gladys, is that you? I can't.
I
I can't
see you putting barbecue sauce on toes and shit. Oh no, I'm sorry, ranch. You
dip
nasty
some
son of
fingers in
a bitch.
ranch dressing.
Gross. You can pick a better sauce. They didn't deserve to die in that sauce. Okay, all right.
Fried 5-year-old.
Fried 5-year-old. Pickled ankle. Oh my god, we're having lunch later today. I can just imagine.
We're really having Boston butt for lunch.
I really just had like a thought in my head of like a waiter coming up with that little tray with the little cover on it, and then
With the
opening it up.
apple.
And it's well, no, somebody opening it up, and it's just like somebody making a stupid face, but it's a head. Dinner is served. I'm such a fucking idiot. Okay.
Would you like some freshly ground pepper, madam? Can I get you a refill?
Here we have a we have a 10-year-old souffle with a side of fingers and an eyeball for the sauce. I
And for
sauce.
today's main course, it is deep fried ear canal on on the side with a I don't
With
know with an eyelid relish.
a hint of coochie on the side. But I eat that anyway, so I'm already a cannibal. All right. What's your number
Can I
5?
hear your
We
specials? Yes, we have the labia majora and the labia minora. Quite so. I think I'll have the minora. I'm not very hungry tonight.
I
We
think
could
that
do this all day.
if you'd like to eat ethnic, I have a young black male here, and for $5 extra, you can get the dreadlocks.
Would you like dark meat or white meat, man?
We have a limited time special on our Asian cuisine today. Oh my God, Jesus. Okay, that that might be the greatest thing I've ever.
Would you like?
You literally thought that.
Um, yes, I think I'll have the dark meat. What's the special? Filet of sole. Hey!
Oh my God. Today we have a dynamite special.
Oh shit!
Marinated hair grease and and soul glow. Oh my God. Okay, let's move on. What's your number 5?
This white meat has no seasoning at all. Oh God. Okay, we could do that shit all day. We're fucking children.
Number 5. Okay, good God. We haven't even moved on to the third topic yet. Oh my
God. Okay, TJ.
Yes.
Would you rather
I'm still laughing about it.
give I mean, I'm picturing you ordering the filet of sole and they uncover it and it's a fucking foot.
Oh, with the toenails still on it. Oh,
Oh shit. Okay. Would you rather give an old man on his deathbed a hickey on his neck
oh.
or walk through Walmart butt naked, barefoot too, select 5 items and check out?
An old man on his deathbed, give him a hickey, or walk through Walmart butt naked with no socks or shoes on, and buy 5 items and check
You
out.
have to get a buggy and put 5 things
Oh my God, that sounds amazing.
in your buggy and then go check the fuck out.
Question: do I get to whistle like show tunes?
Yes.
Like walking around.
Yes.
Like, that's great. I would definitely do that. I don't want to give an old man a hickey. I would give an old woman a hickey. I don't know, man. I don't know. Oh God, his skin's probably wrinkly. And I would choose like 5 of the probably worst items. What if I just bought an outfit?
No, you need to go to like the grocery aisle and get like some Crisco and like a cucumber out of the produce section.
Gosh,
Go get a plunger and then maybe like some rope. Just make them think. Just make them question everything they've seen for the whole life until then.
I just thought about having fried titty. I can't.
Hey! If I have 3 nipples, we can eat one of them.
Oh my God, we can eat one of the nipples. I could just imagine like a nipple being like a cherry on top.
Or like it's an appetizer. Like, cheese sticks don't fried nipples.
Yes. Here's your unlimited refill on nipples. We'll be back with your main course here shortly. Oh my God. Okay. Yeah, I'm walking through Walmart butt ass naked. And The funny thing is, like, when you're barefoot, your feet make the most funny noise when it bounces off of like tile like that, and it's so funny. I would love to just walk in there butt naked, although I would need I don't know. I would just have to imagine. I'd have to have sunglasses. Can I wear sunglasses?
No, butt naked, no stitch of clothes, no stitch of anything, nothing to cover your face,
Okay,
nothing.
well, fine.
Just your dreadlocks. That's it.
Absolutely, then. I wish my hair was long enough to go down to my leg and I could just throw my dreadlocks in the way of my dick. Because I don't really mind them looking
Got
at
a while for that before that can happen.
I don't mind them looking at my ass. It's just, I think that's what makes it funny. Um, oh my God. Okay, yeah, I'll do that. I'm going to be butt naked, walk to Walmart, and get 5 items.
Okay.
All right, my last one. Turning up the heat. Ashley,
Mm-hmm.
would you rather fuck your cousin
I fucking swear to God, man.
or be the one to end the relationship with your true love?
I mean, I'll end the relationship with my true love, but I'm not fucking my cousin.
So you're saying that incest is more of a problem to you than not being in love?
Yeah. I'm 35. I'm not in love now, and I'm okay.
I'm saying
I mean, I'm
though,
not getting any right now, but I'm okay.
your true love. You know, now I just have you to understand. Now, I'm not saying that I would fuck my cousin. Well, if it was like a 12th cousin, you
Like
know.
I was gonna say, like it was like a 25th cousin. I had no fucking
Yeah,
idea we were related. Like way
that's
down the
cool.
line.
But I'm gonna say first cousin on this. But
Ugh.
me personally though, my true love, if I was with him and I broke up with him, then any other girl that I was with after that would never compare. You know,
But who's to say you couldn't
but a good
get
second.
back with your true love later on down the road?
Well, I'm gonna say you can't. Just like I'm gonna say that it's your first cousin. But I'll be
Like,
honest with you, I don't have to have my true love. I will be happy with a silver medal. You know what I'm saying? Before I fuck a cousin. So I'm with you. I'm not fucking my
yeah,
cousin.
I'm not fucking a cousin. No.
Do it. My
Would
first
you
cousin.
stop asking questions about family members of me?
Listen, I'm sorry. Who is your first cousin, by the way? I want to know. Don't say their
Well,
name like the first and last.
Cody and Cynthia. Um,
I think I would love. God, never mind. I wouldn't mind seeing you and Cynthia.
you son of a bitch.
Cynthia, I am kidding. Totally
I'm
kidding.
gonna make you eat somebody's
And,
fried titty, and
and
it's gonna be a
oh my,
man's
and
fried titty.
it's okay. It'll still be good. If I'm a cannibal, I will not discriminate. I don't think me being called gay is going to matter after I devour their insides.
I'm still laughing at fillet of soul. I'm just
Cynthia and Cody, I'm something like again. I'm sorry.
they're not listening. My family loves me, but they're not listening. I can assure you.
Please don't listen. I'm sorry I'm sniffing. But yes, don't listen. Anyway, and ignore me. So yeah, I'm not. I'll eat fried titty, man or woman, and I'll eat ass too if I'm a cannibal. I'm just have to go all the way with it because food is food.
Right.
So
I'm starving to death, so
and
you
men,
enjoy all of that.
and
Your
men
fried
are, oh
5-year-old,
no, I don't know if
pickled ankle.
I'd starve to death too because I wouldn't have it in me to eat a human. I don't. I don't know if I'd want to bite down hard enough because there's blood too. If
No,
I
I
get
think you know what? If I take that back, if I had to eat one person, if I had to eat one person, I'd eat Harrison. Your friend Harrison.
I don't know how he probably wouldn't be packed full of flavor. I don't know.
I say that because I hope he's listening or will listen to it. I'd fucking eat Harrison.
Oh well, okay. I
But
don't.
anyway,
I don't know who I'd eat. I don't know. Some of them I might not eat. I might just like eat like all of their body and then leave their head and then like mount it on the wall over a fireplace. Is that dark? That's dark as hell. God, no, I don't. I will not take back what I said. I'm gonna mount a whole bunch of heads on the fireplace, and then I'm gonna see if we can get into the future, and then I'm going to have it to where they can talk, like they do in Futurama, which is a great show, by the way.
Weirdo. Shall we
Okay,
move on?
we shall.
All right. Topic number 3. Kids in today's generation.
Can I be honest with you?
Hmm.
I like them.
I love kids in general. Don't get me wrong.
I love this generation, honestly.
I really am afraid for the future. I really am afraid of what's going to be taking care of me in the nursing home. You know what I'm saying?
I'm really not though. I'm gonna be real. The kids of this
It's,
generation are smart. They do dumb things, but I mean, I would love for you to show me a kid that doesn't do something stupid.
well, I'm not
Like
saying that, but kids today, they don't have to go outside. They have all this technology at their fingertips, which it's all fine and good, but they
they're gonna
don't
be
they don't get their
smart
fun
as
time.
fuck.
They don't get their ass whooped either. Parents do not whoop
I
a
agree
kid's
with that.
ass anymore.
But I will say that the kids of this generation, when they grow up, they're going to be a lot more open to things. They're not going to be like the kids, well, the generation before the before yours. They're not going to be like them because that generation was closed-minded and small-minded, and they were dogmatic, and they just everything had to be their way. And the generation before you is honestly one of the most condescending generations they really are. And the kids are going to grow up and they're going to be able to be whatever they want to be. They're going to be able to think how they want to think because it's going to be a lot more. It's going to be a lot more. People are going to be a lot more accepting of it, you know. And so, and then with I don't like that they don't go outside, but they are on technology, so they're gonna be smart as fuck. They're gonna know how to. They're gonna be technologically advanced. They're learning about shit in schools that we didn't learn until we was in like the 7th, 8th grade. They're learning that shit in the 3rd grade. Kids of this generation are gonna be straight, and the culture of young kids these days is absolutely amazing. It
Mm.
is. I love it. I really do.
Like I
I think.
don't
I'm sorry.
I I have a 14-year-old,
Yeah.
okay? And I am trying to raise her how I was raised. If you look at Emma and then you compare other 14-year-olds, they shouldn't look that way. I damn sure didn't look how some of these 14-year-olds did when I was 14.
Listen,
You know,
there's
they're
these things.
fast and the boys are fast as hell too.
Oh, the
But
girls are too though.
there's no old-fashioned discipline. There's no you can't ground a child anymore because they don't fucking suffer. When I was grounded, I didn't have TV. I didn't have stereo. I damn sure wasn't able to talk on the phone. I had to do chores. I had to do my homework. I had to eat my dinner. I had to go to bed.
You didn't
Kids
have a
these
phone
days,
back
you
when you
can
were a kid.
ground them, but they still have their iPads. They still have the
You can take
Xbox,
that shit from them.
PlayStation.
But that's
They
just the thing. And communication to me is at an all-time high now because social media, whether people want to talk about how bad it is or not, you can talk to social media gives kids confidence to talk to other people because they don't have to be face to face. Like you can get in
social Emma
you know
having social media though just scares the hell out of me though.
say what?
I said Emma having social media just scares the hell out of me though.
It's
She
a
had a Facebook.
scary thing
It
it's a
is. She
scary
had
thing
a
because
Facebook and I made her deactivate it once I caught her with it and she added me as a friend. I'm like, hell no. Too vulnerable. You don't understand, social media also is an open door for bullying
it
and
is. It
you
is.
know
But it's
not only that but all the negativity and you've got catfishing and there's people who prey on young girls and their vulnerability, which that's always been an issue.
it
But
has. Yeah.
I my child though, I don't know, kids today just they need more discipline. They need more old fashioned, you know,
Look, you know me, I stray away from traditional. That old fashioned shit, it does not, it works, But at the end of the day, times are evolving and things are changing. Now I still think you need to take your belt off and whoop a kid's ass. And I
And
will
that
say that,
doesn't happen anymore. You can't
well,
do
you
that.
can't really do that
You
anymore
can't.
because people will
People will
call.
call
Yeah,
exactly. When I
I
was
get it.
in public with my parents and I was acting a whole ass, don't think I didn't get smacked right then and there in front of
Oh,
God and everybody. No one
absolutely.
batted an eye because they'd be, I do the same fucking thing. And they go on about their business. Now, if you scold a kid harshly, if you scold a kid in what others view as harsh, they're going to call the fuck, they're going to whip their phones out and they're going to film it. They're going to plaster it on social media. They're going to call DHS. They're going to call the cops. You can't discipline children any fucking more. And some of these kids running around today, they know too damn much as well. You've got girls who are getting pregnant younger and younger. You've got kids who
Absolutely.
are committing suicide younger and younger. And that's another scary thing. And that's, just that a lot of that has to do with the fact that they don't go outside and play anymore. They don't, they're stuck in their tablets, they're stuck in their phones. They're seeing shit, they're being bullied online. I seriously
I I kind of agree with you, but I don't think that. I think that the only reason that they have that is because only reason that we weren't like that is because we didn't have that. In case
exactly.
in case in point, the reason in case in point, the reason why I know we would have been like that is because we have it now when we're on it. Like I'm on my phone all of the time. And I know if I had a phone back when I was a kid and a tablet and all that stuff, when I was a kid, I'd have been on it all. We would have been outside. Or if we would have went outside, we would have went outside to meet our friends so that we could go to somebody's house and go inside and play like video games. I think there's bad things about all that stuff. I mean, cyberbullying is there's a big chance for it, but there's also a better chance to grow. Like you don't know how many times I've asked how people met. Well, they just DM'd me on Facebook one time, or they DM'd me on Instagram.
Yeah, nobody dates anymore. Nobody meets
No,
traditionally anymore. It's all online. But like,
yeah,
what I'm saying is like, I've
and
I've had to explain to my niece, I've had to explain to my daughter, what certain things are. You mean to tell me you've never gone outside and caught lightning bugs? No. So you've never done this. And other people's kids, y'all ain't never,
yeah, and that's cool and
y'all ain't never
everything.
played hide and seek outside in the dark. No, y'all
But
ain't
I
never
mean,
done this. Climb trees. Fuck. The kids don't do anything these days except stay in their damn electronics, as well as my
sure, but that
child.
doesn't mean they're having bad life, though. I mean, like,
No, I'm not saying
I
that,
your
but
your your kid can probably your kid can go on the internet right now and look up a video on how to hotwire a car or how to drive a car or how to work a cash register. I mean, they have so much that they can use in order to grow and be successful. They have so many tools that they can use to be successful, and all of it's on the internet. I mean, they can
and
learn
I
a lot
agree
of
with
stuff,
you.
and
I agree with you, but
and
there's
then
not enough
that's a
discipline.
and there's a good and a bad thing. There's good and bad things that come with it because obviously having access to all that information means that they have access to all that information, the good and the bad. But I don't know. I like the kids of today. The culture is nice. TikTok, I love that. I love what the kids do with TikTok. They get their families involved with it and everything. You know what I'm saying? Kids are learning about a lot of advanced things at younger ages. So a lot of kids are. I mean, they don't have a lot of common sense, I'll say. But as far as actual knowledge, I mean, a lot of them are they have a lot of knowledge because half of the time they're on their phones and social
Yeah,
media. Most of the time, social media is where I found out a lot of big news. Like Facebook, I get all the news that I can on Facebook. I found out about Kobe Bryant dying on Facebook, Nipsey Hussle dying on Facebook, Michael Jackson. Well, no, I didn't really have Facebook back then, but it was plastered all over there. Any big significant news when Donald Trump announced he was going to run for president, I heard that, and Hillary Clinton on all on Facebook. I mean, it's just memories and stuff, like pictures and stuff you can post on the internet. It's just a lot of stuff that they can do that if we had the opportunity, you can go to school online and get a degree online now. I mean, it's amazing the tools that they have. You can make music without going to a studio. You can have it in your house. You can paint at home and show your videos and your pictures off on YouTube and I mean, there's just so much that they could do, and I'm hopeful for them. You know, of course things aren't like they were back in our day, but as we got more technology, we started straying away from going outside and stuff like that. And to be real, outside and stuff is fun, but I mean, and this may be the bougie in me, but sometimes going outside sucks. It
Right.
sucks.
Okay. Take a deep breath. I'm not disagreeing in any way. I agree with you. However, my whole point, kids of today's generation, there's no discipline.
Not at
They
all.
need a little more discipline. There is no
Get
fucking
bored.
discipline.
You
I
do.
was in Kroger a couple of months back in Kroger. And I heard this little kid. He had to have been 10 or 11.
I thought you were gonna say little bitch.
Well, that's what he was acting like. To it was probably his mother. But if oh my god, the disrespect. And she just
Sat there and took it. I've seen that before too.
absolutely. And I'm like, you know what? If you were mine, your ass would be on that fucking floor right now.
I'd take the
But
phone.
you can't do or say anything because of how the rest of the people would react. People don't whoop their kids enough. It's I just think
I
kids
think
need
that kids get. I think
because the kids today, a lot of them are just disrespectful.
they
The
are.
girls that are, 12, 13, 14, they dress more like they're 18, 19, 20, and
Well,
they
try that.
see a lot of, the trendier shit on, social media, the internet, all of that. You know, I I'm not going to let my child dress provocatively until she's old enough to do it on her own and make her own judgments on that.
And
You
see
know,
that, but that's the thing though. Like, do you blame the children for that when they're that young, or do you blame the parents? Because the parents would be of our generation that are letting their
I
children do that, or my
I would
generation.
blame the parents for the children, their actions. And I just don't think it's healthy to expose them to so much at such young ages.
I don't disagree with that. I think you
But
have
to a
to.
certain extent. Now, of course, let them play their video games, let them let them do their TikToks, whatever, but within reason. If good old fashioned family, family time, there needs
Sure.
to be more of put your fucking phone away and you sit down and eat dinner. There needs to be more put the phone away and let's talk about each other's day. Put the phone away and let's go outside and throw, toss some baseballs around. There needs to be more of that, and there's not enough. What?
I just thought about tossing the baseball around like that. Yeah,
I used to go out with my
I did
dad,
it.
me and my
Yeah,
sister, and we played. When we both played softball, and we would throw the softball around with my dad for hours. Or we'd go out and shoot the basketball,
I
or
think it's
you
very
know.
important for that to happen. I do.
I think the kids today, I think the best way to sum it up is they need a little more they need to detach just a little bit. They need to be able to detach just
Sure.
a little bit because there for a while, whenever I took Emma's phone away, oh my God, it was like I cut off her arm. But
Well, you take
now,
my phone away right now. Like I was selling a phone, and my phone, I didn't have a phone for 6 hours, and it was the worst 6 hours that I was like, oh my god, what is
well, sure,
my
but
face
you
looking?
also know what life was like before all that shit as well.
Oh, that's the crazy thing though. Like
But
I
like,
didn't know what life was like before
I
it.
want my child to be able to put down the phone, not, give me no fucking lip, and be able to sit and enjoy some time with me or, you
Sure.
know, focus on other things besides, just the electronics you have in front of you.
I
Do
just. Oh, go
I
ahead.
guess fearful for the future is too strong of a word,
I'm excited.
but I just think there needs to be a little more old fashioned discipline, a little more put up your phone, or a little less phone time, a little less iPad time, and a little more spend time with each other. Spend time with other kids, go out,
Sure.
be a kid, get
I think.
dirty,
Well, I mean, I think
enjoy a childhood,
I think I would. I look. I think that kids are enjoying their childhood a lot. I feel like, it's cool to go and play and pass the controller at a friend's house, but it's so much better when everybody is online at a party playing a video game. That's always fun, in an online lobby. I mean, listen, I just think a lot of people give the kids of this generation so much flack and they don't really take the time to see that. I mean, a lot of the words and slang that they have created it's great. And they're so witty, and that's a small thing, you know, but you can literally make a living off of just off social media. You can make a living off of technology, and these young kids are taking advantage of it, and the adults are taking advantage of it as well. Now, I do think that a lot of adults just throw the tablet on the kid just so they don't have to deal with them. And
Well,
now,
I see that a lot.
on one hand, that's bad, but on another hand, it's good because it takes stress off of the parent. You know, you don't have to struggle to keep your child's attention. You can just throw them and get the tablet on them. And now people may say that may take away from the bonding experience, but I feel like there's many of chances for bonding experiences. If you have a dog, or you take them out somewhere. One thing I used to love about being a kid was the car ride to school with my mother. That's where we would get all the talking out the way. And I don't know. I think kids are just taking advantage of what we have. Like,
I think we agree on a whole. I just think we still have different perspectives on it because
I do think that they need to be
I'm a
disciplined
little bit older.
a
I'm
little
like
bit.
25 years. Shut the fuck up. I'm like
Okay.
25 years older than you. I just, like there's days when I'll try to talk to Emma and I'll finally have to say, put that fucking phone down and talk to me. Listen to me, you know.
Well, I think
And
a lot of older people just don't have. I'm sorry, I'm not saying you don't, but I'm saying I feel like a lot of older people don't really have anything to talk about, and they don't relate to the youth of this generation, partially because they don't try. I think
exactly,
I
trying
think
is the key.
I think the older people just they want, like I said, they're condescending, and they try so much to force their generation on the younger generation instead of trying to know theirs. They all, oh, well, back in my day, well, we didn't have this, we didn't have that. This is what we did. I'm like, well, why does it have to be like that still? I if I could give you $1, how many times? God, one of my parents was like, when I was a kid, I had this, or my mom didn't let me do this. I'm like, so why do you have to do that? Why can't you make your own rules? You know, I mean, like, that's what I just feel like you have to take the time to try to get to know the generation instead of trying to force yours upon them. That's why I can't stand like they're all so condescending, man. It gets on my nerves. I hate it. And
Right.
I think people try to. I mean, because people try to do our generation like that. Because you're technically a millennial, so people try to do the millennials like that. Them Gen Xers or whatever the fuck they're called. They try to do us like that too. And I'm like, if we didn't try to make our own culture up, that's why I have so much sympathy for them, because we made our own culture and they're trying to make their own, but we're trying to do the same thing to them that the Gen Xers tried to do to us. You know what I'm saying? What was the one before Gen X? Were they like the baby boomers or whatever
Baby
the fuck?
boomers, yeah.
Yeah, fuck them. But I feel like we just have to try to get to understand them, because I think their culture is so cool. Like, I'm all about evolving and learning about how other generations are raised. Now, I mean, they've done some stupid stuff like the Tide Pod shit. That was dumb, and they have a lot of stupid challenges they do, but there's a lot of good that comes out of it too. I just think that the condescending, we think our generation is the best, so we tend to shit on everybody else's. But I like theirs. I mean, but they do need to be disciplined more. I agree. I've seen some kids just talk to their mothers like crazy, and I wanted to whoop their ass. So I mean, but every generation has room to improve.
They do.
I think, and I think we both have agreed. We've just agreed and said it in different ways. Saying it, but I think we both have agreed. And I think this generation is good. I'm not fearful for them though. I'm not scared or worried. And I guess that is a little. It probably doesn't make any sense coming from me, as I don't have any children. But um, I think that, I'm happy for Emma to go in the future, honestly. I think Emma's going to be a bright young woman. I think there's so much that she can do because she has such a wide array of things she can do and a wide array of tools that can help her do what that can help her do whatever she wants to do.
And I agree. But at the end of the day, I try to do stuff like, put the phone down, turn the TV off,
Sure.
come in the kitchen with mama and cook with me because that's the kind of shit that she's going to tell her children. I remember
Absolutely. And she'll
getting
remember
in the
that.
kitchen and your grandma taught me how to do this, or I remember the first time your grandma let me drive the car, or you
I
know
Those
and she
memories
can
are hard
pass
to
those
replace.
values in those things and things I teach her onto her children because of how I was raised. It just continues to pay. You continue to pass the shit down from generation to generation, but right now that's really not happening because their kids are not being disciplined. They're not,
They
well,
want
not
to.
enough. They're
They
not
want to
being
spend.
made to put the phones down. They're not being
No,
made to turn off social media, to experience things, things
I
how
agree
the
with that.
previous generation did things. I'm not saying you have to. I'm not saying Emma has to go and teach her children the same thing, but I want her to be able to take those memories and at least tell her children or show her children how I did things because it's how I showed her how my grandparents taught me or my mom and dad taught me. I think a lot of the old fashioned values is still something that's so fucking important, to continue to pass down to each generation. And I think that's another part of what is going to give these kids today a little more backbone, a little more experience, and it
Oh yeah,
just
I will say that, and you're in definitely to your point. These kids are 100% fucking sensitive as hell.
yeah. Yeah. And I've tried to tell Emma, shake that shit off, or, well, don't fucking talk to her, or, hey, get off the damn Snapchat. If you're going to sit here and argue with people in a group text, turn that shit off, and let's go do this. Or, you know, I, I try to do things, a lot of things with Emma as my parents did with me. Now she has her computer, she has her video game, she has her iPhone, she's got her iWatch or Apple Watch, she's got all of that shit. I'm not saying that I'm totally against that, but I'm not saying that a lot of these values from older generation and experiences, there not enough of those are being passed down anymore.
No, but
We
I
still need to value a lot of those older things, and keep those things going because, like I said, at the I want Emma to sit down with her kids and say, your grandma taught me this and I'm going to tell you like she told me because she experienced it herself, or I want her to tell her kids, hey, put the phone down, put it on the charger, and let's sit down and eat dinner at the table,
yeah, I
and
mean,
I think not enough of that happens anymore, you
no,
know,
I agree.
and it
I just
shows.
some of the things that are passed down are really really good. I
And
think a
like you
lot of the
said, you
times
don't have kids, and I will tell you this: kids have always been mean. They don't get me wrong; they've always been mean. But now, kids are fucking ruthless. They are atrocious. Their behavior toward other kids, the bullying has amped up so much. Like back when I was in school, you fought in the fucking hall, you fought in the bathroom, you fought on the playground, you moved the fuck on. You talk shit, you fought, you moved on. Now they target others on social media and Snapchat. The rumors are that some of the shit that Emma comes home and says that some of these other kids are spreading, the rumors are just nasty as fuck. And I mean, like I
I
said, kids have always been mean,
I don't
but
think
today's kids,
I don't think it's a new level though. Because when I was a kid, I remember like I don't know if you've ever seen the meme about Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 chat rooms.
no.
Those were the worst. I'm getting called the N word, and I'm getting told that my parents are gonna get shot. I'm getting messages about getting my house bombed and stuff like that. Kids, it's not any worse because I couldn't think of anything worse than that. I mean, and You know,
Well, we both had different experiences.
sure, sure,
You know,
absolutely. You know,
Mm.
I think that the kids
Kids
today
today
aren't.
are
I don't think the
so,
kids
so
today are meaner than they were when we were kids. But I think they have more tools to be mean. You know,
therefore they're meaner. I'm telling you.
I don't know.
You've got to sit down and have a conversation with your unbiological daughter. You're gonna have to sit down and have a conversation with Emma.
Biological daughter, don't you?
And you're gonna have to have a conversation with Emma and let her tell you some of the shit that these kids where she goes to school at, some of the shit they've pulled.
I
And
want you.
I
Okay.
would never have thought as a kid their age back then to do and say some of the shit.
I mean, you probably never did, but I, as a kid, got that a lot. I did
Well,
too.
like I said, I'm a few years older, so and times change
Uh,
constantly. They do.
yeah, I mean, when I
Times
was a
change.
kid, I got my mom's boyfriend cut me and my brother's hair like so bald, and people were making fun of me, calling me bald all day, and I even went to the bathroom and everybody circled around me and started slapping my head. Like they called that fresh cut back when we were kids. And they would go and they would slap you in the head. And then there was a thing called scoops where people would come up behind you and they would literally pick you up and scoop you to the floor. I mean, that was just crazy. And they would pants you in front of people. If you were in the bathroom, everybody was scared to take a
Hell, we pants people back then, but everybody laughed that shit off.
people were scared to take a shit back in the day because if you took a shit, we would take toilet paper, wet it up, and throw it in there every time. I
Yeah,
mean,
but I'm telling you, that's nothing compared to how mean some of these kids are right
no, no,
now.
no, no. I mean, those are just a few minor.
These are just typical kid pranks and kids being fucking mean ass kids.
Oh no,
But
we were getting we were. I've seen people get beat up because they were wearing cheap clothes. People getting made fun
yeah,
of because they were wearing cheap clothes. People told to go die. People getting their books slapped out of their hands. People getting their shit burned. I remember a guy had bought. We used to have this stuff called Happy Crack back in the day. It was pretty much Kool Aid powder and sugar mixed together. It was amazing, and you would just dip your finger in there. And this one guy was making it and selling it. This other guy went and beat him up and then sold all his shit. And then made him give him his money. Hell, this one dude told me I had Pokemon cards when I was a kid. And the dude told me that if I didn't give him my Pokemon cards, that he was gonna beat me up and then he's gonna go beat my family up. And as a kid I was like, well, I mean, he
can't
can't
have that.
he probably has the right to do, he probably has the means of doing that. So I gave him my fucking cards and never got him back. I mean, shit like that. I've had my life threatened, and of course, I've been called a racial slur countless times. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't think that makes them meaner. I just, because, I don't know. I think,
Just sit and have a conversation with Emma, and you're gonna be like, "Holy shit, really?" I'm telling, and
I've
I'm
seen some stuff. Like, I've seen some stuff. Like, some kids now, like, they commit they be having, so they be like, I'm just going to kill myself. And the girl, like, why don't
yeah,
you
and
do it?
that's
Don't be
so
a fucking
scary. And
bitch. Don't be a
that's
bitch.
so
Do it.
scary.
Stuff
Like
like that.
I know that people can commit suicide at any time, but when you start hearing and reading about 11-year-olds being found hanging in their closets because of bullying, or 12-year-old, it's scary. They're
Yeah.
getting younger and younger, and Emma, she's my only child, and I had to battle a depressive state with her,
Yeah.
and she still struggles with it. But I'm telling you, what has gotten a whole lot better is this for her. The reason she's gotten better is this fucking pandemic,
Yeah.
because she's
Oh,
not been at school. She told my mother the other day that she would much rather be homeschooled than go back to that school, or she wouldn't even mind swapping schools. It has gotten that bad.
what? I'm telling
And,
you.
and
I,
my
I,
child knows me
yeah,
well enough that she doesn't tell me everything she goes through. She'll tell my mother because she knows how I'll react.
yeah, and
Because I just assume go whoop a kid's parents' ass, if I
what did the
have to.
parents
I
do?
don't give a fuck. That's my baby. And my child has always been told, if I hear of you making fun of somebody for wearing cheap clothes, if I hear about you bullying anybody, you may as well have somebody call the CPS, because I'm going to fuck you up. We don't do that shit to people. I have always tried to beat that into her head. We don't do that to people. But this pandemic is what has cheered my child up, and that makes me mad. That angers me.
Yeah.
That she doesn't miss her friends at school like she should. She doesn't miss it right now. That angers me.
Well,
And I'm
she
going to
probably
tell you,
doesn't miss.
because
She
these
probably doesn't
kids
miss.
are fucking ruthless.
She probably doesn't miss school, but I'm sure she gets to talk to her friends because she has. I mean, I remember. Shoot, I remember when we got out for summer. You ain't see that motherfucker till the next school year. Now if I get out for summer for school, I can talk to them motherfuckers on. Nah, find you on Facebook
Yeah,
or
but
something.
she could take most of
So
them or leave them. She doesn't.
I understand. I look.
It's so sad,
And
though. I hate it.
kids are terrible. I'm not. When I say that it's not. They're
But what
not
I'm saying
mean. I'm
is,
not excusing them.
I know people, I know bullying and shit like that has been around for so long, but I had a blast in school. Most of my junior high and high school experience,
Because you was
I
beating people's
had,
asses.
well, a little bit. I had a blast. The people there are a few people who I was friends with at 13 and 14 years old that I'm still friends with now. Lifelong friends. Friends that aren't friends to me, they're family. Emma, at this point at 14, she doesn't feel the same way. And I fucking hate that.
Well, I think it's
I
because you.
know bullying has always been an issue and shit like that. But back then, you had fun in school. I had fun in school. Emma, she don't. And it's so bad some days that she won't even tell me about it. She won't even talk to me about it.
I,
Like I said, she'll tell my mother, or she knows how I'll react because I still get a little bit of a temper,
well, see,
when
and
it
that's
comes
the
to
thing.
baby.
If you had a problem with somebody, you could go handle it. Like if somebody was talking shit about you, I mean, it's easy to have fun when you can silence all the problems that you have by whipping their ass or putting your foot in their ass or beating them up or beating up their sister. Or you got a crew too, or
Or
you have a
beating up my
crew,
sister just for the fun of it.
or you have a crew that you can come with and they can come and they can fuck people up too. But I can relate to Emma because I didn't have that when I was growing up. If somebody was fucking with me, then I just have to let them fuck with me because, and I didn't even have a lot of friends when I was in school growing up. Like I didn't have any friends like that. I mean, I couldn't really. If somebody was bullying me, I just have to let it go because I didn't really. Oh God, that's gonna be so loud. But I didn't really like fight anybody back. I mean, like you was a real ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? You was beating people up. But not everybody, But for somebody like Emma, who I look at as sweet and gentle, and I'm not gonna say that she ain't gonna whoop some ass, but somebody who probably wouldn't want to fight first, who probably want to try to work it out. I don't feel like she, if she's getting bullied, I don't think she really knows how to handle it.
I've told her how.
I mean, you could tell her, but until you can tell me how to fuck, but until I actually fuck, I'm not gonna really know. And she's probably scared to pull the trigger because, like you said, the way that things are now, they're expelling both of the kids. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And like I said,
So
there's just not enough discipline
no, you're right.
anymore.
There needs to be more discipline because
There
these kids.
does.
And I might be slowly starting to agree with you because I do think
And don't get me wrong, I
kids are
love
being.
the. I'm not saying the kids of today's generation are going to end up total shitheads. They're just, there's a lot more suicide, and there's a lot more. The bullying has reached a totally different level, and they don't enjoy life anymore, and they don't enjoy experiencing what their parents experienced and their grandparents. There's not enough old-fashioned shit being taught to these kids, and
And to
you
that
know
point, I think that's why kids do commit suicide because they can't really talk to their parents because the parents don't really try to make a connection with them. I kind of agree with you. Yeah, I think that's one of the things the adults don't really try to make that connection with the kids. They just throw the technology on them and don't really spend that time. So the kids don't really
Right,
have that
and the
rapport.
technology, they can easily Google how to commit suicide, how to hang yourself, how to take
Yeah.
what pills kill you, that the technology that they have at their fingertips can also be a fucking scary thing. And, there's kids, you can Google shit like suicidal quotes and suicidal songs, and you can Google, all day long, and that's where these kids are learning a lot of that shit is fucking Google and social media. And I just think, I just think there needs to be a little less technology and just a little more life. Enjoy it,
I agree. A lot of the moments that I have were in person. Like
Absolutely.
we played Outlast on the video game, but it wouldn't have been the same if we were like in a party, like on the game.
No, I mean, like when you've come to get your hair done and, we sit with the kids and my sister and we play Outlast, that's fun. That's different. They're not interested in their phones and Snapchats. They want to be with the people. They want to
For sure.
be with us. They want to have a good time and laugh. And,
Emma, I
that
love
doesn't
you.
happen enough.
Just want you to know that I love you, Emma. Well, I get it. And honestly, we have been recording for way over an hour. So we should probably cut it. We're at an hour 35 minutes at this point.
Oh,
So
they'll fucking listen to it or
they
they'll just
will.
cut
It got
it.
real. It got real like coronavirus.
Coronavirus.
Well, this was a very good episode. We got off on a lot of tangents and we started talking about fucking fried people and shit.
Fried people.
And
Pickled ankles.
yes, we started talking about the extra nipple too a lot, and I really got onto you about those grits.
Yeah,
And
you did.
I think we had a really good conversation about the younger generation. So, if you guys enjoyed it, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share the video. We appreciate everything that you do for us. And season 2 is coming soon, bitch. And when season 2
Absolutely.
comes, it's gonna fucking come right in your pussy and it's gonna get you pregnant. Straight like that, bitch.
Just stop. Just stop.
I look.
Side note. Side note. As usual, anything offends you, don't fucking listen. Like, comment, share, subscribe, give us feedback. If anything we said offended you about tonight's podcast, get the sand out of your vagina, your ass crack, whatever. Whoop your kid's ass a little bit more.
I'm going to
And as always, Wendy's Pickles, suck
no, I
dick.
don't. I'm gonna go and draw one big mega boob. I'm gonna look at it, and then I'm gonna go to the bathroom and slap it up like I do. And I'm working towards my year of non-sex. So
10 months here. I got you beat.
you do, but I bet you'll fold before me. I bet you fold.
I'm willing to fold before you. God. Not like I'm withholding it from people.
That's true. Well, yeah. So, oh, by the way, youtube.com/Bugashiki. I just dropped a fucking banger the other day.
I need to go listen to that. I just haven't had time.
It's called We Don't Give a Fuck. It's a banger.
I need to go listen to it.
I have not stopped listening to it. And I don't like to be cocky about my music generally because I don't even like listening to my own music around other people. I like listening to it by myself, but when I get around other people, I just always get all but you should go watch it. I mean, I think you guys will really enjoy it, So y'all have a good one, man. Happy 4th of July. Happy Independence Day.
Happy Independence Day. Don't eat Wendy's pickles. Mayonnaise sucks. I love you. TJ likes you all a fair amount, and we'll see you on the next one.